This is Kinda Murdery Season 1, Ghost Towns of the Mojave Desert, presented by Criminal Content.
You're rocketing down the 15 freeway between Vegas and LA. It's a scorched wasteland of Airstream meth labs and unrelenting heat. This is no place you'd want to stop. But the car's on fumes, so you take the exit and you pull up to the gas station. It's abandoned, a concrete canvas that some local Michelangelos turned into the Sistine Chapel of spray paint penis. A grave marker for every crazy story lost in the desert sands. These are the ghost towns of the Mojave Desert. And this is Kinda Murdery. Hey everybody, and welcome to Kinda Murdery Season 1, Ghost Towns of the Mojave Desert. I'm your host, Zevon Odelberg. Thanks for deciding to be here. We are here today with Eric Slick. So, you told me that you think in a past life you may have witnessed the Sharon Tate murder. Is that right? No?
This is new information. So yesterday, I did a past life regression. Do you guys know what a past life regression is? It's
illuminate us.
Okay, so it's a form of hypnotherapy. I've done hypnotherapy before to cut back on sugar intake, and it does work for a finite period of time. You have to keep going if you want it to work. But then I heard about this thing called past life regression, which is exactly what you think it is. It's like you go back through the years and then you go into your past life via hypnosis. And I did this for about 5 hours yesterday, and I did like a guided hypnotherapy thing where I was taken to 1969, and I was either a witness to the Sharon Tate murder or I was somehow involved and didn't do anything to stop it in a past life. And my current karma,
sort of like that Beach Boy, right? I mean, isn't that his story? Which Beach Boy is that?
The Mike Love, I think.
Yeah, the genius,
or Brian Wilson. Maybe it was Brian Wilson.
It's Brian Wilson. Yeah.
Okay, so either way, I was like, it was so trippy. I was like, either I was like fully under the spell of this hypnosis, or I was tripping or hallucinating. But like, it was as clear as day. You know, what's the movie you referenced? Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah.
I was like fully in the scene watching Sharon Tate get murdered, and my hypnotherapist was like, "Okay, so what's your spirit guide? What's her name?" And I just said Deborah, and it was as clear as day. And then of course I looked it up later, and Sharon Tate's sister's name is Deborah Tate, which is crazy. So either the name and wow. Deborah was supposed to come over to the house the night that she was murdered. She was supposed to pick up a saddle, like a horse saddle, that Sharon had purchased for her in Europe, and she didn't come over. Sharon was like, "Yeah, you come and pick it up another time. Like, I'm busy tonight." Roman Polanski was like late. He wasn't home yet. He was like flying in from Paris or something like that, and she was lamenting that he wasn't home, and then she got murdered at midnight. So
did you see Rick Dalton with a flamethrower?
I did not see it. No, I didn't see a flamethrower. No. So that was the first part of my past life, and then we dug deeper, and we went back to like some crazy early 100 AD version of Eric, and I had a big beard. I had this huge fucking beard, and I was looking at an apple tree, and that's when she was like, "All right, we're going to introduce you to your spirit guide." And my spirit guide was this dude who looked like Willie Nelson, and his name was Gerald. So my spirit guide then took me to the Sharon Tate murder, and we talked about it, and we talked about everything that I've done karmically wrong in my current waking life is somehow tied to this event, and it's now my time to fix it.
Did Gerald pass you off to Deborah then once you got to the 60s?
No, no. Gerald is the spirit guide. So
okay,
I either was in Sharon Tate's body or was somehow maybe I was a boyfriend, or I was like a friend who was a potential romantic interest. That's still unclear. But the fact that I have never read about Sharon Tate. I do not know anything about it. So the fact that it played out so realistically in my mind, and then the name Deborah came up, was pretty fucking weird. And then, like looking it up after the session, I typed in Deborah Sharon Tate, and sure enough, that's her sister. Like, that is so weird.
Wow. That's kind of murdery.
It's kind of murdery.
I'll say, geez, Louise. Well, I'm glad you're innocent of any of the actual murdering, because that would be a pretty heavy thing to get laid on you in a whole new life. You know?
No, and dude, what was so crazy is that, like, she's like, okay, what's happening now? And I'm like, well, I'm walking through the door and I'm being stabbed, and I'm being stabbed in the stomach.
Holy shit.
When I tell you that it felt like my heart was beating in my stomach yesterday during this hypnosis, it was like the most painful stomach, like the most stomach pains I've ever had in my life. It felt like somebody was twisting a knife into me. And then after Gerald guided me through it, and he was like, all right, now let go of the stabbing, like, my stomach stopped hurting. It was so weird. It was very weird.
Oh my.
I'm into this kind of stuff. I like hypnosis and this. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's all for show. Maybe it's psychosomatic, but, like, it was pretty weird.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I've done hypnotherapy, not past life exploration, but current life exploration, where they sort of get you to figuring out what exactly it is that's fucking you up so bad.
Yeah.
And I found it to be very effective, extremely difficult and cathartic. And first of all, you can't really be hypnotized, right, unless you agree. So at least in my experience, in a hypnotherapy session, it's not like they're saying bark like a chicken and you start flapping your arms and barking like a chicken, because chickens bark when you're hypnotized. You go and when you arrive at your truth, at least for me, that really resulted in just a lot of crying. But this past life discovery stuff sounds super cool.
Yeah. I mean, again, there might be weight to it. I do feel really good today. I feel like very light, and I feel like I'm having a good day, and I feel like not anxious. Normally I'm pretty anxious, and today I feel like really calm. So there's something to it. There's definitely, I mean, I don't know if it was like the breathing exercises we did or what, but it was quite the experience. Highly recommended if you can do it.
Maybe you helped Deborah to put some of her guilt at not being there to rest, and that's very healing.
I guess so.
Well, that's our show. For Adam Volrich, Sean Christensen, and Brendan Hubbard, and of course the brilliant Mr. Eric Slick, I'm Zevon Odelberg, and this has been Kinda Murdery.
This is Kinda Murdery, Ghost Towns of the Mojave Desert, presented by Criminal Content. You can find us online at kindamurdery.com and on all social media at Kinda Murdery. Email us at contact@kindamurdery.com. Listen to us on all your favorite podcasting apps: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, Google, and more. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and tell your friends about the show.